to the Isle of Skye. After we left Glencoe, we traveled on over to the Isle of Skye, and it was just stunning. Every time you came around a corner, there was a new set of mountains to look at, and all of the spring flowers were starting to bloom. It's kind of hard to see in these pictures, but the gorse was bright yellow everywhere. The skies were amazing. We hit it on a very clear day, so you could see everything. We thought the roads were a little narrow here. We had no idea what was coming. Wait until you see the NC 500. These roads are absolutely fabulous compared to what the NC 500 is. Just fair warning. But you can't beat the view here. Everything is rural and remote and just stunning. Yes, there is. And we have sheep. As we approached Skye, our first stop was at Hillbillies. I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly. It was a gorgeous location, but honestly, we were a little nonplussed by the castles. We both grew up at Lake of the Ozarks in a very tourist-dependent economy, and we've never been big on the touristy things. All of the castles in Scotland that we found were very touristy, and they're not as ancient as you would think they would be. A lot of them have been rebuilt in the last 300-400 years, but they are amazing to go and look at. I highly recommend getting the membership for the Historic Scotland Society. It's $100 and you get free entry to all of the participating castles. Now, Hillbillies was not a participating castle, but it was only like $12 for both of us to walk around. The membership cost for the Historic Scotland Society paid for itself in just the visit to Stirling and to Edinburgh Castle. So if you want to visit the castles, that's definitely the way to go. Plus they send you lots of really cool information about Scottish history and activities that are going on. I recommend it. They're a very neat society, and I was happy to give them my money. After you leave Hillbillies, you travel along Loch Alsh, and there's a bridge that takes you from mainland Scotland over to the Isle of Skye. It's pretty short, not something you would anticipate going from one island to another, but it is. And then you travel along the inner sound. There was a lot of driving to get over to Skye. It's not that far distance-wise, but because the roads are so small and two-lane and curvy, you have to go slow on them. And plus you want to stop and see all the scenery. So if you're planning on making that trip, add a little extra time because the distances can be deceiving in the amount of time that it's going to take you to get there. only one big road that goes on up to Portree. It's A87. And you have some smaller roads that branch off from it to get to households and things, but for the most part, you've got a single road that goes up to Portree. Coming around the corner into Portree, just beautiful. You get to see the ocean and all the little houses along the wharf there. It's a great place to go. Once we finally made it to Portree, we found a neat little restaurant to eat at. Walked down and chowed down because we were starving. Our room was fantastic. I'm going to put the link for it into the chat below. This is called Lusta, and it's hosted by Laura there in Portree. My husband being a contractor, he usually points out everything that's wrong. He couldn't find anything wrong with this place. It was gorgeous. They had utilized the space so well. and we were both impressed with how clean and bright it was. Just a wonderful stay. Highly recommended.